Hey, and welcome back. Next, let's work on our profile component. All right, let's go back to VS Code. I want to open my VS Code sidebar and then into components, create a new folder. I will call it profile. And then inside that, two new files, profile.js and then profile.scss. Close my sidebar, drag my Sass file over to the right, import my variables, semicolon, define a class of profile. I'll give it a background color of RGBA. The color will be purple light. And the alpha level will be 0.8. Give it a quick save. Navigate to my profile.js, import the style, and then define the component as profile. Next, I want a div with a class name of profile. So the structure of my profile begin with the avatar, followed by a form. Inside the avatar, I want a div with a class name of profile_avatar. Inside that, I want another div with a class name of profile_avatar-wrapper. Now under this div, I want an input with a class name of profile_avatar-input. My type will be a file. I will give it a name attribute of avatar. Next, I'm going to use a ref and set that equal to input file. Now I will need to define that. So I'm going to define it up here. I will say const input file is equal to use ref. Tap that. I will set it to null by default. Next, I want to import my avatar. And then an icon called AI fill camera from React icon. And then I will render those two items inside the avatar wrapper. First is the avatar. Next is the icon. Give it a quick save. Jump into my profile layout.js. Import my profile. Scroll down. So under profile, I want a div with a class name of profile layout _content-profile. And then inside that, I will output the component. Give it a quick save and then check out my front end. So currently this is what the profile component looks like. There's an input here where we can choose the file. So I'm actually going to hide this. And that is why I use ref. Because what I want is when I click the avatar, it would trigger the choose file. All right, let's jump back into VS Code. Navigate back to my profile.js. In my avatar wrapper, I want an on click. Set that equal to handle input. Next, I want to define that. So const handle input is equal an arrow function. I would target the input file and look inside the current click. So essentially when I click the avatar, it would trigger the input file. Next, I want to work on my form. So scroll down to form. First, I want a form tag with a class name of profile underscore input. I will remove the action. Inside my form, I want a div with a class name of profile underscore input dash form. Now let's import our input. Scroll down. So inside this div, I want the input. The type will be text. The text will be name. I will duplicate this 3 times. The second input will be email. Next will be password. With a type of password. Same thing for the last input, but the text will be confirm password. Next, I want the button. So a div with a class name of login underscore btn. Inside is going to be a button, and I will say update. Give it a quick save. Now I want to apply my style. So jump into the SAS file. Under background color, I want a border radius of 5 pixels, a padding of 2em. My width will be 100%. I want a margin of 002m0. So essentially a margin bottom of 2em. Next, I want to target the avatar wrapper. So profile underscore avatar dash wrapper. I will give it a position of relative, a width of 200 pixel, a height of 200 pixel, margin 0 auto, text align center, a transition of all 0.3 second ease. After this, I want to target the hover state. I will transform scale it up to 1.05, and then the cursor will be pointer. After this, I want to target the image tag, give it a width of 200 pixel and a height of 200 pixel, and then a box shadow of 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 15 pixel, and a negative 15 pixel, and then a color of black. Next, I want to target the icon. I will give it a position of absolute, top 0 and left 50%. Transform translate it, negative 50% and 0. A height of 100%, a width of 50%. I will give it opacity of 0. Text align center. The same transition of all 0.3 second ease. Next, I want to target the hover state. The same transition. And an opacity of 0.9. Next, I want to target the input file. So profile underscore avatar dash input. I will give it a display of none. And now I want to target my form. So profile underscore input. I will give it a display of flex. The flex direction will be column. Justify at content center. And then align item center. Give it a quick save and check out my front end. And here's my profile component. I can hover over the avatar, and when I click it, it will prompt my input file where I can choose an image and upload it as my avatar once we set up our server. I jump back into VS Code. There's one more thing that I want to take care of, and that's in my profile layout SAS. I want to target my content profile. So profile layout content dash profile, give it a width of 100%. I also want to give it an order of 1, and then my feed an order of 2. So in mobile view, I want my profile component to be on top of the feed component. And then for desktop, I want to do the opposite. So I will give feed an order of 1 and then target my profile. I'll give it a width of 45% first and then an order of 2. So this allows my feed to still be on the left and then my profile will be on the right. Give it a quick save and then check out my front end. So now everything looks normal on desktop, but if I switch to mobile view, my profile component is on top and then my feed. There is this last issue that we have to fix to wrap up our front end, and we will take care of that in the next lesson. So see you then.